Welcome back. If you've checked out my previous videos, go check them out. They are here if you haven't. We are doing a series of videos where we are building our portfolio. Now, if you're a new writer, then you haven't written for anyone yet. So what you need to do is to start by writing a few sample articles and publish those articles on free publish sites, and then use those as part of your initial portfolio. Now, have you checked out the video that I put out on getting started on content writing without experience? Go check it out. It is here if you have not. And in that video, I give you a few steps that you need to take. Now, one of those steps is to build expertise. Narrow down on an industry, a specific niche in which you'll be writing, and then building on expertise within that niche. In the previous video, we went through the process of researching the topics that you write in your first articles. I hope you've checked out that video. I gave you a quick overview of what I do when researching topics that I can write for articles to make up my portfolio. Now, go check out that video, go through the process, and then research a few topics. Now, in this video, you should already have your topics listed down in a spreadsheet somewhere. What we are going to do now is to write headlines for those topics, okay? So what I'll need you to do is just identify 5 of those topics that you came up with. I'm sure you may have come up with more than that. Let's just identify 5 topics that you will use to write catchy headlines, okay? Now, a headline is important, just as important as the article itself, because the headline is the first thing that a potential reader will see when clicking into your article. The headline is actually what will determine whether someone clicks into the article or skips it and moves to the next one. So your headline needs to be as catchy and as magnetic as the article itself. Okay, so one metric that we use in online writing is the click-through rate. The click-through rate is how much people click into your article when they see it in the search results page. And so your mission with the headline is to have a very high click-through rate. Your headline is what will determine that. In this video, I will give you a few tips. I have 6 tips that will help you to write good headlines. Tip number 1, use numbers or data in the headlines. Now, numbers or data meaning you are indicating, for instance, this video I've said 6 tips to writing catchy headlines. That number it attracts people. You're wondering, what are these 6 tips? What are these 6 steps? Okay. So use the numbers, say something like 10 steps to losing weight, something like 5 surefire methods of getting writing clients. Or if you're using data, you can say 90% of writers use this strategy to improve their writing. A headline like that gets you curious and makes you want to actually click into that article and read it. Okay. Step number 2. Use list words. What are list words? Words like strategies, reasons, secrets, ideas, techniques, facts, methods. If you just go back to the articles that you yourself have clicked into, you'll notice that a lot of them have list words. So employ these when you're writing your own headlines. Number 3, you need to be clear. Define what the article is about. So when you are writing a headline, make sure that the headline defines the main focus of that article. In just very few words, you need to be clear. The next step, show why the article is worth reading. It's very important. So again, we are using as few words as possible, but our intention is to let the reader know why this article is worth reading over the other articles that they may have encountered. Tip number 5, ask a question. You can make your headline a question. Headlines like, do you want to write better headlines? Here are 7 surefire tips. That's a good headline because first of all, it's an engaging headline, okay? The person has a need, has a problem. You are appealing to that problem that they have, and then you're showing them that you have these tips or strategies or steps that will help them to solve the problem, to meet their needs. And then step number 6, keep it simple and concise. Don't write a very long headline. Keep your headline as simple and as concise as you possibly can. Now, avoid using complex words. If you make it too complicated, then you are going to repel a lot of readers. Remember, you are writing as if you are speaking to your friend. This is a conversational article, and so the headline should remain conversational. It should be as simple as possible. Now, if you think these tips are helpful, let me know down in the comments. Let's interact down there. If you have any more tips that you may have come across, please do share those with us in the comments. Now, the next thing you need to do is to go and take these tips and go and workshop a few ideas for headlines for the topics that you came up with in the previous video, all right? So go ahead, go and workshop. Don't just write one headline for one topic. Just have 3, 4, or 5, and then find out which one works best for you, okay? You can share those headlines with people in your group, with your circle. Find out which one is most appealing to them, and then you can use that. The next video will go into the crux of this all. We'll go into actually writing the article. I'll show you, number 1, how to prepare an outline for your article, and then the structure that your article should take so that we move into actually writing our first articles and building our portfolio. Okay, so go ahead and subscribe if you are interested in this kind of content. If you like the content that I've put out today, go ahead and click the like button. If you would like to see this kind of content and be the first to get these videos, click that bell icon so that you are always in the know when I put out a video.